and welcome back to my channel. So I have for you today my week 2 Slimming World update. So yeah, I really hope you enjoy. So yeah, I thought I would just pop a really quick update on here. I'm not going to do really lengthy videos because I appreciate that a lot of my followers aren't necessarily Slimming World followers and I don't want to kind of overtake the channel, but I thought I would just do a quick update just to keep me on track and share ideas and comments and things. So I've had a pretty good week. I have this ongoing problem with my knee at the moment, which is obviously not affecting my food intake, but it is affecting my exercise. So normally I try and walk my son to school every morning. It's a 10-minute walk there, a 10-minute walk back, and obviously I would do that twice a day, so kind of 4 little walks and around about 40 minutes to an hour exercise. That's also while pushing a buggy with a fairly heavy 20-month-old in it. And normally that goes really well hand in hand, like with the Slimming World plan. I'm not able to do that. So I'm having to focus totally on the food intake at the moment, which is less ideal really, because you've got a bit of give and take with the food intake if you can exercise. But anyway, it is what it is. I'm hoping that it is on its way to improving and can up the exercise a little bit. I've never been a massive exerciser. I don't go out for a run or anything, but I do like a walk. Hopefully that will get back on track. But no, food-wise, I've had an okay week. I've generally been sticking still this week with standard Slimming World type meals. So your spaghetti bolognese, your chilies, jacket potatoes, omelettes, quite a lot of grilled breakfast, beans, scrambled egg, tomatoes, that kind of thing. I thought I'd just start it off with how I know it, like what I know, and over time I will build my confidence up a little bit more with the Slimming World books and bits and pieces. So yeah, it's been a fairly good week. Bit of an iffy weekend, just had a lot of socialising this weekend, and I don't know about you, but that's where I find that I fall down with the plan. You've got to be so headstrong to say no to everything, haven't you, when you see people, I think. If you put your social life on hold, then it's not so bad, but when you socialise, especially with a young family, there's treats involved, and yeah, wasn't particularly great this weekend. I did probably 5 really good days and 2 pretty bad ones, which isn't really the way I want to go. I'm actually filming this a couple of days late. I'm filming this on the Thursday and I did my weigh-in on the Monday, so I know personally how I'm already doing into this next week, which I will obviously film for you at the beginning of next week, but I'm much more on it this week, so I feel much more confident. Last week, still okay, just lots and lots of water, lots and lots of speed food, trying to munch fruit, trying to fill up with water and tea rather than reach for the snack cupboard. I am actually finding that I'm not really reaching for the snack cupboard. I haven't had a lot of chocolate since I started this, and actually I'm not really missing it. So I'm quite pleased with that really. My plan for the next week really, which obviously we're kind of halfway into, is just to venture out a little bit more with different recipes, a slightly different meal plan. So I have got my meal plan here, and I'll just read through this quickly before I go on to my weight loss. So I'm filming this a couple of days late, like I said, so I'll start with the meal that we had yesterday, so that was Wednesday evening. And what I did yesterday was a slight variation of one of the Gusto boxes that my brother had delivered. So he told me what the recipe was, and I kind of just used all the same ingredients, but just made a couple of changes. And what it was Indian beans with sweet potato wedges and fried egg. And it had some coriander on the top. And I tell you, it was absolutely delicious. Obviously I made a few changes, and I actually have filmed that one for a recipe video, if anyone's interested in me popping that one up. But yeah, just made substitutes like the oil for the fry light, and removed the brown sugar, changed it for sweetener, and basically just adapted it very slightly to make it Slimming World friendly. So that is what we had last night. Tonight we are having, if I just say, it's basically a cottage pie, but instead of the mince, we're having it with chicken and leek. So like a potato topped chicken and leek pie. Again, my brother has tried this recipe and he let me know, and when he told me about it, I thought actually that could work with Slimming World. You've got your mashed potato, which isn't particularly sin heavy. Chicken's free, leeks are free as long as you fry them in fry light. Lots of veggies with that. I have to think about how I'm gonna make the sauce up. I think in that recipe there's going to be a little bit of soft cheese, so I will swap out the full fat soft cheese for the half fat cheese, and I'll just tweak it as much as I can, and I may film that if anyone's interested in that one. But that's what we're having tonight, and obviously we'll have lots of vegetables with that one, and the kids will enjoy that one as well. Then tomorrow night, which is Friday, it's Valentine's night. Got as a bit of a treat is the M&S dine-in. So I don't know if you've seen it, but for £20 you get starter, main with a side, and a pudding, a bottle of wine and some chocolates. Obviously not Slimming World friendly at all. It's a treat for Valentine's. I will only have half a glass of wine. I will try and limit where I can. We probably won't open the chocolates and things like that, but that is just a little treat night. So that's our one evening this week where it will just slacken slightly. Saturday, I've got some chilli in the freezer, so I'm going to use that up with some rice. The children won't have that. They might just have spaghetti bolognese. We've got other mince in there that has been pre-cooked. And I will have that with a side salad and lots of jalapenos and a little bit of grated cheese. Sunday, we are having the family over for roast dinner. I'm undecided whether that's going to be chicken or beef. I need to see if I can find a decent joint on offer. Either way, that will be pretty Slimming World friendly. We will just have tons and tons of veg, the chicken or the beef, roast potatoes in fry light, and then I make some Yorkshire puddings, which are around about 2 sins each. You basically use the equal cups method, which is equal amounts of egg, semi-skim milk and plain flour. You can either do them in the silicone cup cases or you can fry light and do it that way. So basically the only sin value per Yorkshire pudding is the flour content, and they're really, really yummy. I've been practicing them over the last 2 years and I'm really pleased with how they come out now. So yeah, I allow 2 sins per Yorkshire, which to be honest, I think is probably a little bit more than I would need to allow, but I like to be on the safe side. Obviously that we will have gravy with that, and that will need to be sinned as well, but again, you don't have to have a lot. And I'm gonna get pudding for everyone else, and I'm also gonna get some fresh strawberries as well. It'll be a very low sin day as well. On Monday, we are having sausage, mash, veg and gravy. Again, pretty low sin, depending on the sausages. Hoping to get to Iceland this week. I've made room in the freezer, and I'd like to get a few of the Slimming World friendly meals so that on days when the family are having higher calorie things, I can have one of those. But also I'd quite like to just pick up a bag of the Slimming World sausages as well, so that I know that they're very, very low sin or free. So that's Monday, we can all have the same. And then on Tuesday, we have got some chicken to use up in the freezer. I'm going to make chicken burritos with the Weight Watcher wraps. So obviously just fill up the wraps with like chicken, peppers, anything that I can get my hands on, onions, bits and pieces like that, some chopped tomatoes, like make up a homemade salsa with chopped tomatoes, onions and garlic. And then you roll them up, sprinkle them with cheese from your Healthy A, pop them in the oven with a great big salad. And again, pretty low sin and really yummy, and actually feels like quite a treat. And that is everything. So that's the plan for this week. So each week I'm just going to try and include a couple of meals that I haven't done before. So obviously this week was the Indian beans and the chicken and leek pie. There's something new, something different to try, so that I don't get bored on the plan, because that's the risk, isn't it? That you just kind of, you get sick of kind of like the egg, beans, bacon situation. So that's what we're doing this week. And I'll just quickly go on to my weight loss. So last week I lost 3.5 pounds. It was my first week. I was pretty pleased with that. This week I have lost 1.5 pounds. It kind of was what I was expecting. It was a bit of a dodgy weekend, and I'm pleased that I have managed to get back on it this week. I know already that I'm just kind of weighing myself on the quiet, and I can see already that this week is going to be a more successful week than last week, but I am pleased with 1.5. It could have been worse. I could have put on weight, I could have stayed the same. So 1.5 pounds is still fab. I've lost 5 pounds in total, so 5 pounds in 2 weeks, and obviously my target is still the same, which is 5 stone, which is a long way off. So yeah, 5 pounds so far. Pleased that I'm sticking to it, and I feel much more in the right frame of mind this time. I'm enjoying doing it. I'm digging into the recipe books, and I just feel more on it this time. Obviously the threat of holiday is also helping, because I could think of nothing worse than getting into swimwear at the moment, so that is obviously helping. But I'm just really hoping that I'm going to carry on sticking to it. I'm finding it really supportive and helpful on this channel. It's lovely just to share ideas. Feel free to comment down below if you've got any ideas, if you see something that I've popped in a video that, like, you know the sin value of, or if I've forgotten something. The other day I think I forgot to mention that I was using fresh noodles instead of dried noodles, just slip of the mind, and I realised it when I came to cook them. They're not actually free because they're not dry. It's just things like that. I'm still getting my head around the Slimming World thing, but I really appreciate any comments, any likes, any ideas, recipe ideas, anything you've cooked that I can try. I just think it's a nice little community to support each other to lose weight. And yeah, I think that's basically it. I wish you all the best of luck if you're on a slimming plan of any sort as well. And I hope you have a fab week and weekend, whatever you're up to. And I'll see you all soon. Bye.